Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. It is another exciting day here in my stash because I have a new foundation to try out for you guys today. This is a powder foundation from Dior. This is their new Dior Forever Natural Velvet foundation and I picked up the shade 2N. Typically in Dior foundations I go for 1N. I even have that right here in the concealer. This is one of my favorite concealers, by the way, the Dior Forever Skin Correct. But the shades to me look like they were leaning a little bit on the lighter side, so that's why I went with 2N, and I think 2N is a good shade match. This does come with a little puff. I tend to not use these. I like to apply my powder foundations with a brush, specifically with, where is it? Right here, my BK Beauty 106 foundation brush. I love this for buffing motions, which is exactly what I do with powder foundation. So this will of course be a 2-day, 10-hour wear test, as all my foundation reviews typically are. I'll give you a bit of details on that in a second, but this particular foundation, brace yourself, it retails for $60. So this, I think, is one of the most expensive Dior foundations I've bought. I do have Air Flash with which I think has already been discontinued. I want to say Air Flash was like $62 or $65, and I think mine is expired. I'm not going to use it, and I didn't even get to finish it. So for me, $60 is quite a hefty price tag to pay for a foundation. It does say, what are the grams? It says you're getting 10 grams of product in here. Now, I did purchase mine. Let me give you a bit of a backstory on this. So when I saw it released or announced on Trend Mood's page over on Instagram, it said that it was available at Neiman Marcus. So I ordered it from Neiman Marcus. It never shipped. It never shipped. It was finally said that it was back ordered. So I canceled my order over there. And then just a couple of days ago, I was looking on Sephora and I saw it. I was like, great. I've been wanting to try it. I didn't think I was going to be able to try it. So I ordered it from Sephora and it arrived safe and sound. Now, this particular foundation, I'm going to give you some quick specifics on it. Now, this foundation, there's only 8 shades listed on the Sephora website. I don't know if that's the complete shade range. Again, this product seems to be releasing little by little. So I know that Dior typically has a broader shade range than 8 shades. So maybe that's just all that's available at this moment. But as of right now, that's all that's listed there. So once again, I am shade 2N. This is going to provide a matte finish. It says that it's good for normal, oily, combo skin types. It is going to help to alleviate some of the uneven texture that your complexion might have and dullness. It is going to provide medium coverage, and it is supposed to last for 24 hours. It says it's going to be natural looking matte coverage with a smooth, refined finish. Now, it also says that it's transfer proof. A couple of the highlighted ingredients in this foundation is iris extract, which is going to deliver antioxidant effects. It also says it's formulated with wild pansy flower extract, which is going to preserve hydration, and it also is made with rose extract, which is going to visibly refine pores. So right now, this is day 2 that I'm wearing this foundation. I'm also in the middle of trying out a new concealer, which you guys will see in an upcoming video, but it is also a new brand at Sephora. This is a South Asian makeup brand, indie makeup brand. I believe it's called Kulfi or Kulfi, and this is their new main match concealer, and I picked up the shade Ice Berry. You guys will see this concealer video probably go up a day or 2 after you watch this one from Dior, but that is also something new at Sephora. So just a quick background in case it is your first time here on my channel. I am 40 years old and I do have a normal to oily skin, oily primarily in my T-zone, with my nose being the oiliest place on my face. I always like to have a nice glow on the perimeter of my face, but I do like to stay matte in my T-zone, and I like to try all different kinds of foundations, whether they be powder foundations, cream foundations, sheer coverage, full coverage, you name it. I tend to go more for a medium to full coverage, but again, I'm not opposed to trying anything and everything. My foundation reviews typically span 2 days, 10 hours each day. That's 10 hours is usually what I need in a good work day's wear out of a foundation. Whatever it needs to do after that is totally understandable. It's makeup. It's meant to come off. But for me, I just want the foundation to look decent. I don't always have time to touch up my makeup throughout the day. I'm sure you guys don't either. So I just want my complexion to look somewhat decent at the 10-hour mark. And again, if it is your first time here, hello and welcome. My name is Steff. Happy to have all of you here. I love doing new makeup reviews. You will primarily see the latest and greatest in makeup reviews here on my channel, specifically foundation and complexion. I love doing foundation reviews, concealer reviews. You'll see multiple looks with eyeshadow palettes, makeup ranking videos. If all that sounds great to you and you want to see my videos on pretty much a daily basis, because I do tend to upload quite a bit, do me a favor, click on the subscribe button and hit the bell next to it so that way you'll be notified every time I do upload a new video. And if you like what you see, if you like a good old foundation review, if you love Dior foundation, give this video a thumbs up before you go. As usual, guys, all the makeup that I'm wearing, both on and off camera, will be linked and listed in the description box. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. Guys, 60 bucks is a lot to spend on anything right now. So I am hoping that this new one from Dior is going to be a miracle worker. I tend to be very fond of Dior foundations. They are some of the highest rated in my stash along with the concealer. So I have extremely high expectations for this. If you guys want to see the new Dior powder foundation in action for the next 2 days, keep on watching. Alright guys, let's dive into this new powder foundation from Dior. Once again, I'm going to be using shade 2N. Now typically, like I mentioned in the intro, I usually do 1N, like in the concealer. I'm going to be using shade 1N today. But I thought this looked a little light. I don't know, we'll see. It does come with this little sponge. I don't really like to use the sponge when I apply powder foundation. I like to use my BK Beauty. This is the 106 foundation brush. For me, this is the brush that just works so perfectly when applying powder foundation. So this is a first for me. I've never tried a Dior powder foundation. The only powder I have right now from Dior is the Backstage Powder No Powder, and in that one I have shade 1N. So I think what I'm going to do first is do my concealer. So on day one, I don't wear any primer, wearing powder because it's a powder foundation, but I'm not going to be doing like any primer or setting spray or anything like that. So I just applied that there. Where is my, get my BK A506 brush. Now I'm only going to do the concealer under my eye area. Tomorrow when I wear test this again, I will do obviously under eye concealer. I'll be using a new concealer tomorrow that I picked up from Sephora. But I always like to do a little bit on my nose and then on the sides of my cheeks as well. But for today, we really just want to see how the powder foundation is going to do on its own. So just wanted to make sure I got my under eye concealer down before I went in with this new powder foundation. So let me go ahead and take my brush. We'll start buffing. I usually just do circular motions. So I'll do one side of the face first. We'll see on the coverage. Now, once again, this is going to be a matte finish with medium coverage. All right, so here is one side with the powder foundation, no powder foundation, shade 2N. I like it. I think it looks really good. I would say it's a good medium coverage. Now I'm going to do the left side. There is a slight fragrance, but not intense at all. Like you almost have to look for it in order to smell it. And I just checked, it says it contains less than 1% synthetic fragrance. So that's probably why I can hardly smell anything. Now I don't want to use this to set my under eye area, so I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus just to set the concealer. Okay, so this is how the complexion is looking. I definitely think it's matte. It's medium coverage. It was easy to apply. I do have some discoloration on this side of my face, so I think I didn't add any spot concealer or anything, so I think it covered that all right. I think tomorrow when I pair this with, you know, concealer on certain areas of my face, because typically when I do a powder foundation, of course I always add concealer to my under eye area, but I always add a little bit to my nose, like to my T-zone especially, and to right here on the sides of my cheeks where I do have old acne scars and some discoloration. But I think it looks nice. It feels nice. It feels very lightweight. It was easy to apply. Again, this brush is my preferred method of application when it comes to powder foundations, and I've developed a newfound appreciation this year for powder foundations. I've definitely been using my e.l.f. Camo powder foundation quite a bit. I've been using the one from Tarte. I have now the Urban Decay one that I finally tried, and all of those have just been working out so well for me. I am filming with the new Nomad Cosmetics palette. This is the Costa Rica palette. I'm going to be doing 4 looks today. So, you'll see a couple of them later in the video, but I will be doing some bronzer and blush and a little bit of highlighter just because I need to film that. You all will see that video before you see this one. So I will check in with you guys after lunch. We'll see how the foundation is wearing on my 40-year-old normal to oily skin. And of course, at the end of the day, we'll wrap up this day 1 wear test. Stay tuned. Hey guys, 5-hour check-in here trying out this new powder foundation from Dior. Here's what the complexion is looking like. I didn't expect to be this shiny at the 5-hour mark, especially because this is a matte powder foundation, a powder foundation at that, but I seem to be a little bit shiny on my nose, a little bit on my forehead. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. It's definitely a true medium coverage, I think. It's not like caking up or anything like that. And obviously I've already done some makeup today. These are 2 of the looks that I just filmed with the new Nomad Cosmetics Monte Verde palettes, the Costa Rica palette. So you all will be seeing the Nomad video before you see this one. But I think it looks good other than the fact that I'm a little bit shiny and I'm kind of just surprised by that. So we'll see how it looks in 5 hours at the 10-hour mark. And I definitely have higher expectations for it tomorrow, but it feels very lightweight. I mean, it feels good. It feels really nice. So we'll just see what it's looking like in 5 hours. Hey guys, we've come to the end of this day 1 wear test. So it's been 10 hours that I've been wearing this new Dior powder foundation, and I guess I feel a little bit or look a little bit more shiny than I did 5 hours ago. And I'm not too sure why. I don't know why this is causing oiliness. Like I didn't expect to look like this. I didn't expect to look like this at the 5-hour mark and now at the 10-hour mark. But the good thing is I haven't noticed that this is like caking up or really breaking up. I mean, it's there. It hasn't come off. So I guess that's a good thing. Tomorrow, I'm going to wear it with primer. I'm going to wear it with concealer. I'm going to be trying out a new concealer tomorrow. I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. So I'll most definitely do the initial check-in of the day, let you know what products I went in with. I think it's going to wear so much better tomorrow, but you know, it's not half bad. And I don't do any touch-ups when I do these foundation reviews because I want you to see how it looks without any touch-ups, because I know for me, sometimes I don't have time to touch up my makeup, maybe just do a little lipstick and that's it. But I know a lot of you are the same way. So you know, it's not terrible. It really isn't terrible. And with just a touch-up or a blot, like this would otherwise be perfection. I think it's a true medium coverage. Don't really see the mattifying effect. I think it's more, I think it even said like natural matte. So yeah, I mean, I can see that. Feels good, you know. It does say it's transfer proof. I haven't really been able to test that out because I haven't gone anywhere. I haven't, like, you know, we don't really wear masks too much anymore. But I don't see that it's like, you know, missing in any areas. So I think it's pretty good. I will check with you guys in the morning and let you know what products I went in with. And tomorrow, we will wrap up this 2-day wear test of trying out the new Dior powder foundation. Good morning, guys. Here's how the complexion is looking on day 2 of me trying out this new Dior powder foundation. I'm also in the middle of a wear test trying out a new concealer, new brand. This is a South Asian indie makeup brand that just dropped at Sephora this past week. I believe it's Kulfi, and this is their new crease proof. What is this? The Main Match Concealer. So it's supposed to be crease proof, hydrating, long wearing, and medium coverage. I do have it on under my eye area. I powdered this eye, not this eye, and I did do some spot concealing on the side of my face. Typically when I wear powder foundation, especially on like a day 2 wear test, which you'll actually see that application if you guys watch this concealer video, but whenever I do wear powder foundation, I always like to spot conceal on the sides of my cheeks where I have old acne scars. I do have some discoloration. I always like to put some on my nose and a little bit on my forehead since my T-zone is the oiliest place on my face, and that is exactly what I did today. I am using a primer, and I'm using the new one from Essence. This is their Fix and Last Jelly Primer. It's a makeup gripping primer as well. And then obviously I didn't use any powder, only just a little bit to set this under eye area, and it is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. Same blush, bronzer, highlighter from yesterday. My lipstick is one of the new Urban Decay Vice Lip Balms in the shade Safe Word. And the setting spray that I went in with is this one from NYX. This is one of my favorites at the drugstore. It's their matte setting spray. I like the way the complexion looks. I like the way the powder foundation went on top of this new concealer. Everything seemed to be meshing really well, but I just applied it and I'm getting ready to fix my hair, and I'm going to start doing the intro to today's video. So I'll check in with you guys after lunch. We'll see how the complexion is looking. And of course, at the end of this day 2, we will wrap up this wear test trying out the new Dior powder foundation. I'll let you know if this is worth your $60 or not. Hey guys, a 5-hour check-in here on day 2 of me trying out the new Dior powder foundation. I feel like I'm shiny. I feel like I definitely need to touch up. You know, I'm not really seeing a big difference today versus yesterday, and today is when I went in with a matte setting spray. I went in with a gripping primer, added some concealer. I think it looks identical, and it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. It's not caking up. It's not coming off, but I don't see, I think I feel, I see a matte finish when I applied it, but I don't think it stayed matte. I think it looks more natural matte. And I think I read that on the Sephora page, like natural matte, somewhere in the description. So I think that would be a better term for it, but it looks nice. It's wearing nice. I need to touch up. I'm kind of thinking that I might do that, but I do want you all to see how it looks without any touch-ups at the end of this day 2. So I'm not going to, but I know for me going forward, I'm gonna have to throw this in my bag whenever I do wear it, and maybe just use the little sponge to touch up on my nose. It's mainly my nose and like right here on my forehead that I would want to touch up. But I think it's a really nice one. I like the coverage. I think everything looks good. The eye look, you guys will see, it's going to be an Instagram reel using the Nomad Cosmetics Puerto Rico palette. So I'll be back in 5 hours. We'll see how this face of makeup looks. We'll see if the Diorskin powder foundation is worth your $60 or not. Okay guys, we've come to the end of this 2-day, 10-hour wear test trying out the new powder foundation from Dior. I feel like I'm more oily today than I was yesterday, and that's because, you know, I'm wearing this with concealer, I'm wearing it with the setting spray, primer. I just like, I feel like I just need a blot. I need to reapply this powder to kind of just bring my complexion down to normal and not oily. With that being said, I think this foundation wears really well though. So providing I had done touch-ups throughout the day, I don't think the foundation would be in this situation it's in. I definitely think, you know, I wouldn't be so shiny. It wears well. It doesn't rub off. So I will say, you know, at least from what I've experienced wearing it these last couple days, it's not really transfer proof. I haven't seen it, you know, come off. Like it is still intact, even though my oil has clearly come through, like it's still on. I will say it's kind of showing signs of wear around here, which is typical for the 10-hour mark on me. But other than that, like it's not caking up. I think it kept true to its medium coverage all day long. You know, I don't know that I would pair this with a medium or full coverage foundation, but I could most definitely see this, you know, going on top of maybe a sheer light coverage foundation. And then, you know, I'm just going to keep wearing it on its own with concealer and powder, primer, you know, the usual stuff. But I just know now that when I'm going to wear this powder foundation, I'm going to need to touch up. I'm going to need to touch up at least once if I'm going to be wearing it for 10 hours, because this is clearly an oily situation. I think, you know, other than that, it's a Dior foundation. I love Dior foundations. They've always worked out well for me. And I think this one, you know, other than my shininess, the oiliness, I think it actually did a pretty good job. Maybe those of you with normal to dry skin, maybe this is a powder foundation or just a powder. Maybe you're going to treat it as a powder. This might be something you want to check out. I tend to not use powder foundations under the eye area. I think they're just a little too heavy for that. But if you want to use this to, like, you know, as a powder foundation or just to set your makeup, then I don't think, you know, that's too bad of an idea. So let me know your thoughts, guys. If you're wanting some more affordable options, definitely the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation. I think that is my favorite powder foundation to date. I love that one. I've been enjoying the one I picked up about a month ago from Urban Decay. It's an older one. I forget the technical name of it, but it's the only Urban Decay powder foundation that they have. I do like the Fenty one. There's a Tarte one. It's the loose powder one. That one's pretty good. But I think as of right now, my favorite powder foundation, and I have one from Jane Iredale that they sent me. I still haven't tried it yet. I'm going to this week. But I think so far the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation has been doing such an amazing job. Like, I love that one so much. I have 3 different shades in it. And I can't say enough good things about that powder foundation. So if you want an affordable option, go with e.l.f. If you love Dior, if you think that this new Diorskin, what is it, the Forever Natural Velvet Powder Foundation is going to be something that'll fit into your makeup stash, then head on over to Sephora because it is available now. Let me know your thoughts on this 2-day wear test. Is this something that you're going to be picking up? Do you like Dior foundations? Leave it all in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water. I'll see you all very soon. Bye.